everybody, Game16 here, and welcome to the Beginner's Guide, which is a new game that I found. And 1 second. Okay, I'm back. It was made by the same person who was originally behind the Stanley Parable. This was an independent project that he made, and it's called the Beginner's Guide. I don't know anything about this game. I saw Jack played it on his channel, and it's a long game. He played it all in one sitting. I don't know if I'm gonna play it all in one sitting or if I'm gonna split up into parts. We'll see how that goes, but for the time being, we're just gonna get right into this and begin the game. From the Steam description, it said that this is about. Please make sure audio is on. Indeed, it is. Okay. Controls: WSD and E to interact. It does say mouse there, but I changed that in the controls. Okay.
Hi there. Thank you very much for playing the Beginner's Guide.
You're welcome.
My name is Davey Wreden. I wrote the Stanley Parable, and while that game tells a pretty absurd story, today I'm going to tell you about a series of events that happened between 2008 and 2011.
Oh.
We're going to look at the games made by a friend of mine named Coda. Now, these games mean a lot to me. I met Coda in early 2009 at a time when I was really struggling with some personal stuff, and his work pointed me in a very powerful direction. I found it to be a good reference point for the kinds of creative works that I wanted to make. So just to start you off, this is, I think, the first game he ever made. It's a level for Counter-Strike.
Oh.
You can walk around here, by the way.
Oh, I can.
And
oh, that's cool.
Mostly it's just Coda learning the basics of building a 3D environment. But what I like is that even though he starts from the simple aesthetic of a desert town, he then scatters these colorful abstract blobs and impossible floating crates around the level. And of course, it destroys the illusion that this actually is a desert town, and instead this level becomes a kind of calling card from its creator. It's like a reminder that this video game was constructed by a real person.
Hey, I see you up there, Orange Block.
What was going through his head as he was building this? This is what I like about all of Coda's games. I mean, not that they're all fascinating as games, but that they are all going to give us access to their creator. I want us to see past the games themselves. I want to get to know who this human being really is. And that's exactly what we're going to do here.
Oh.
So, it's 2008, Coda starts making these games, and he never releases any of them. He doesn't put them onto the internet, he just makes them and then immediately abandons them, and they sit on his computer forever.
Why?
And I think he really understood this image of himself as a recluse. At one point, he jokingly renamed his computer's recycling bin to Important Games Folder. So, you know, this was just how he worked. He tended to crank them out one after the other without even really pausing to try to understand what he had just made, until suddenly one day, he just stopped. In 2011, that was it. He made his last game, and then he hasn't made another one since. And that's why I've taken this opportunity to gather all of his work together, is because I find his games powerful and interesting, and I'd like this collection to reach him, to maybe encourage him to start creating again. And if the people like you who play this also happen to find his work interesting, then I'm sure it'll just send that much stronger of a message of encouragement to Coda. So thanks for joining me on this. If you have a particular interpretation that I haven't mentioned here, or if you just need to get in touch, you can email me at daveywreden@gmail.com. Okay, that's about it for introduction. Let's take a look at Coda's first proper game.
Oh, okay.
As each game is loading, I'll show you the date that it was completed. This first one was made in November 2008.
Loading. Okay. This is kind of cool. So we're going to be playing... What the... Okay, so let's just pause real quick. Chapter 1, Whisper. So we're going to be playing through, essentially, this guy's life. We're going to be playing all these sorts of different games. This is really cool. And it's going to be telling us the story behind these games, which seems really interesting, and I'm super excited to get into this. However, it doesn't leave me much room for commentary, because it seems like he's going to be talking about a lot. But I can pause the game at any time if I have any commentaries I just want to throw in there. But what is this place? Warning, Whisper Machine status. Ha!
Warning. Whisper machine active.
What? How do I... Oh!
This game is called Escape from Whisper, and it's one of the more generic games you'll see from Coda.
Okay, so what do we do here? I'm assuming we're supposed to shoot stuff, but I don't see anything to shoot yet. There's no immediate threat. Oh!
Security call reached. Hostile alien life form inbound.
I still can't run. This is not good for my safety.
It kinda looks like this game was abandoned mid-development. For instance, you have this gun, which you'd think would indicate that there are supposed to be monsters or enemies somewhere.
Yeah!
And clearly there are no enemies anywhere. You can't even reload the gun when you run out of bullets.
Can't?
But ultimately we don't really know. Maybe Coda thought that actually it was complete the way that it is. And I think that we should talk about his games for what they are, rather than for what they're not.
Enemy force neutralized. Begin ship evacuation.
Wait, what? Enemy force
I
neutralized.
love how you can see the bottom of the universe from this room.
What? It's just like a giant room with wallpaper. But I do. This guy's like pointing out all the little things wrong with the game, but he's also giving credit to the games, and I have to admire that. This is real. This looks like Mission 5 from Halo Combat Evolved, the way the flooring is. But oh no, it's a maze.
Apparently, this space station has a labyrinth on it.
Oh, fun.
Sure, I don't know. There's really no reason for it that I've ever been able to discern, so in the interest of time, I'm just gonna skip you on past it.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, this is the part that's interesting. The game has this narrative about the whisper machine and how it has to be turned off, and then you get to the engine room.
Hey, you there, in the engine room. You could save us all. That beam is powering the whisper machine. We could disrupt it by introducing a great enough heat signature. If your body could stop the beam. It's so much to ask, but for all of our lives, would you do it? Could you give yourself?
Wait, so I'm supposed to...
Let me pause here for a second. What you just experienced, stepping into the beam and then dying, is probably what Coda had initially intended when he was developing this level. But when he first compiles and plays it, something goes wrong. There's a bug somewhere. And this is what happens instead.
So we do this again. What the... Wow. Oh, wow.
Causes you to start floating. And this is an important moment for him. Because yes, this is technically a glitch, but Coda identifies something human about it. Like how small it makes you feel in the face of this larger chaotic system. Or this floating could be the afterlife, a peaceful place, juxtaposed against all of the hysteria that you've just had to traverse. I don't even know. I have no idea what he was thinking, but what's clear is that after making this, something lodges itself in his brain. He wants to do more of these really weird and experimental designs. So he stops work on this and moves on to a stream of tiny little games that go in all sorts of directions. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first game he made after leaving this one behind.
Oh, fun. Wait, we just... November 2008. What the... The past was behind her. Oh, I can't move. Okay. Oh, now I can.
Yep. In this game, you can only walk backwards.
Oh! What the heck? That's weird. What the heck? The past was behind her. So it's... okay, the first thing I think when I see this is that... Okay, that's weird. When you walk backwards, it's symbolizing how the past was behind her. It's weird, but we're just gonna roll with it. Okay, move. This way. We're gonna go straight. And then we're gonna... What the...
So it's a short and relatively minimalist experiment combining motion and narrative. It is less advanced than the previous game, but actually it seems to be more focused, more complete. Coda's trying to give it a unique voice rather than simply basing it on a pre-existing trope.
Why does the future keep changing? When she stops and looks, it becomes clearer. What is he talking about with this? How will she find the strength? Hang on, I missed something. But if the future is always behind her, how will she find the strength? It's so hard to confront it. Wait, where'd the door go?
It's a short little thought, it says what it wants to say, and then it ends. Didn't need anything more than that. Which to me is why it works, because it gets out quick. Okay, next one.
Loading, November 2008. Wait, was that? That was the entire chapter. Chapter 3, entering. The heck? It's just a horror game. You are now entering. Okay. Is this Minecraft with the signs? Wait, what are we entering? What the?
And that's it.
What?
Okay, the meaning of this game won't be clear just yet. Please be patient with me for a few more games, and I promise you'll see what makes it interesting.
That's it? That was an entire chapter? Okay. Nonsense.
Oftentimes, Coda would put bizarre titles like this one at the start of his games.
Okay, this looks interesting.
I wish I'd known him at the time that he was making these early games. He would really only talk to me about his work as he was making it. Once he stopped work on a game, like, that was it. It was dead to him. And I don't agree with that at all, but what are you gonna do?
This is really strange. What the?
Once you've been slowed to an absolute crawl, the door at the top of the stairs opens. So why, if Coda's not showing these games to anyone, why bother opening the door at all? Well, to show you, I'm modifying the game here so that when you press enter, it'll bring you back up to full speed so you can enter the door for yourself.
Okay, thank God. Jeez, I was not going after... I would have just sped up the footage anyway, but... You walk around talking people down from pursuing the... Whoa, 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 whoa! Whoa, what's happening? I can't! Games filled with chairs except one chair is floating. Live on a boat taking orders from the captain. This captain is on.
A room that's warm and nice and filled with little ideas for games.
A key in one game unlocks a door in a completely separate game.
Coda would often tell me that he didn't mind if people thought of him as cold or distant. He said that he knew that he was actually a vibrant and compassionate person, but that it takes time to really see that. It can be a very slow climb to get there.
This is so strange. But I do like some of these ideas, and I'm not going to directly steal the ideas, but I can see how I can incorporate some of the concepts into my games. Ready, set, fish. What? Are we going fishing? This doesn't look like we're going fishing. Okay. I guess I'm just going to walk forward. Wait. Chapter 5, puzzle. Ooh, yay, puzzle! I love puzzle games. Okay.
Well, this is new for Coda. It's an actual puzzle. Go ahead and see if you can solve it.
Was that it? Oh no, wasn't it? Alright. Looks like we got a puzzle on our hand. Wait, can we... Aha!
Don't forget that solution, because we're going to see this puzzle again soon.
Why
We're
are
going
there...
to see it a lot.
Why? Okay. Whatever. I'm cool with it. It's puzzles, and I like puzzle games, so I'm content with this. Wait, can we... No? Alright. Well, I get the feeling I'm gonna have to explore a lot in this game.
So that seems to be it, right? You walk down a corridor, you solve a puzzle, you get to the end. Simple enough. Alright, now I'm going to modify the game again, so that when you press enter, it'll remove all of the walls from this room.
What the... Whoa!
How about that? There was more to it than we had any way of knowing. I actually find it funny that this game comes after the Stairs game, since they essentially convey the opposite idea. So, in the Stairs game, a dull exterior concealed a rich interior. And then, in this level, a dull interior hides this fantastic outer world. Either way, I think that the point is the same, is that most of the time you don't get to know what you're missing, or even that you're missing anything. That's not your role as a player. So if your role here is not to understand, then what is it?
This is really deep. Wait, hang on a second. Exiting? Those owl noises are creepy. You are now exiting. Wait, when did we end?
So, this, combined with the entering game from earlier, tells us that Coda believes his games are connected somehow. It could even be that the Stairs game and the puzzle game are literally connected in between this and the entering game. There's a bigger picture that all of his games are meant to play a role in, some larger meaning that we won't be able to grasp until we've seen all of them. And once we have, we can step back and start to understand what exactly that bigger picture is.
This is so powerful. The great and lovely descent. More stairs. What the? It's just... I can barely see it.
Let's talk about video game development for a second. Every video game runs on what's called an engine, which determines what the game can and cannot do.
Exactly what I'm doing.
So in other words, the engine is a set of tools for game development.
Right. I mean, I knew all this, but I can barely see it because of all the white...
all of these games...
Hang on. I just want to say this real fast. I can barely see it in the background, but I can just barely see the white curve of a slope.
Coda is using an engine called Source.
Used to make the Valve games.
Like all engines, Source has certain things that it does well, and it has certain things that it does poorly. One of the things that it does very well is boxy linear corridors. That's why so many of Coda's games are set in these large, flat, empty rooms, is just because he's working with what the engine does well.
I didn't think I could fall!
The tools available to the creator shape what kinds of creative work they're going to end up making. You might consider paying attention to the architecture in Coda's games. Notice how they seem to stem from an engine that's very good at producing linear, boxy corridors.
I don't know exactly where I'm going. Wait, what the? Ah! Okay. I guess this is a great descent. Okay, I can see... Oh, no, we're gonna have to make a choice, aren't we? Oh, wait, no, never mind. These are all boxed off. Do you guys hear that? Ah! Do you guys hear that noise? It's like a transmission coming in. Ah! What the? What? What's happening? Why am I in an elevator? What is this?
This prison, funny enough, in Coda's original design, the doors stayed shut for a full hour before letting you go. If you don't mind, I think we're gonna skip that.
Yeah. Oh.
This is something that he and I used to argue about a lot. You know, whether a game ought to actually be playable, whether it means anything if no one can get through it. And I would always defend that, you know, all this work goes into the game, why not make it playable and accessible? And so we just got into heated arguments over it, and there was one time that after one of these conversations, he went home, and a day or two later, he sent me a zip file entitled Playable Games that was full of hundreds of individual games, each of which was just an empty box that you walked around in and nothing else. Believe me, I played every single one of those just to find out if there was like a gag hidden somewhere. There wasn't.
Wait, are you guys noticing this? There's like a border that's right here, but it keeps growing as I walk around. It's weird. Okay, now we're outside. Oh.
It's the puzzle again, with the exact same solution as the last time.
Alright, pretty simple, I guess. Here we go.
There's still no clear indication of what makes this puzzle so special that Coda is going to return to it over and over. But I promise I'll share with you my interpretation very shortly.
Alright. I trust you. I mean, you did make the Stanley Parable, so I'm pretty sure you know what you're talking about when it comes to these kinds of things, but... Okay, where are we heading into now? What the... You there! Did you come from up above? What was up there?
Here, Coda begins using a kind of dialogue system that he fashioned out of the engine's chat capabilities. Use the 1, 2, 3 buttons on your keyboard to respond.
So it's like Telltale Games on PC. Yes, there's the world stained with whiteness. It was an enormous prison I spent hours in. Well, if we're gonna... There we go. That's the world above. You've been there. Now this is important. Did you have to get through a puzzle with 2 doors and switches? Yes, I did. That was literally the last thing I did before coming here. Again, perfect. Now please tell us how you solved it. Tell us the solution. Tell us how to get to the other side. Trust me, you don't want to go over there. Oh no, but I do. We do. We need to get over there. Do you understand? It's the most important thing in the world. We have to escape the prison. There must be an ending. I promise you, there is nothing I want more. What the heck is happening? Hello, how did you get here? Was there a puzzle you had to pass through? No? What? I suggest you go and see the puzzle sometime. Not meant to be solved, but you can sit in the black space in the middle. Wait. Why would I sit in the black space? Oh, it's plenty peaceful. It may not seem that way at first, but you'll come to think so in time. Eventually. What is even happening? Okay, I need to pause to try and process what's happening right now. Like, he's taking us through all of these games and commenting on them, which is a really cool thing to do. And I really appreciate this. This is a really cool concept for a game. And I love the games that kind of take you through a certain event and you play it while someone's commenting. That's a style I want to see more of. But I don't understand what's happening right now. We're going through the puzzle, and these guys are talking to us like in Telltale games. Like, but the speak and listen thing in their head. What is happening? Okay. I'm just gonna try and. This is so powerful and yet so intriguing, so powerful, so confusing. Wait a second. Where are we going?
And so we make one last descent down to the final floor of the level.
Wait. Guys, remember the border, the big circular border that I was telling you guys about? This is it. This is like the thing that's being concealed. Is it a town? I think that's a town. Guess we'll find out. What the heck?
It's a lamppost. Okay, I can't tell you quite why, but for some reason, Coda fixates on this lamppost. It's going to appear at the end of every single one of his games from here on out. I'll tell you what I think. I think that up to this point, you know, he's been making really strange and abstract games with no clear purpose, and maybe you can only float around in that headspace for so long. Because now he wants something to hold on to. He wants a reference point. He wants the work to be leading to something. He wants a destination. Which is what this lamppost is. It's a destination. We're going to see it in the work as well. His games are just going to become a lot more cohesive, a lot more fully developed, with more of a clear idea behind them. And as we go, that idea will get clearer and clearer and clearer.
I'd like to point out this lamppost is also in the start menu of the game, but okay. Loading, April 2009, okay. This game is connected to the internet. As you walk around, you can leave notes. All notes you see are left by other players. Oh, note. I'm assuming this is what nice room. Not. I mean, he's not wrong. Alright, what do we got here?
So first off, I'm sure you can deduce this, but this game is not connected to the internet. All of the notes that you're going to see have been written by Coda. This was actually the first game of his that I ever played. This was shortly after I met him at a weekend game jam in Sacramento, where I grew up. I saw him working on this very level, and it was just so different from anything that anyone else was doing. So right away I was like, I have to be friends with this person.
Oh, Jesus, that's a lot of notes.
I was probably a bit too pushy, trying to get his attention. I was over-enthusiastic. But he was very gracious about it and very patient with me. And I cooled off eventually.
What is happening? Why are there so many notes? Am I gonna have to go through every single one of these notes? Hello. Reasonable.
Feel free to skip over any of these notes if they're not doing anything for you. Nothing extra is gonna happen if you read all of them. Either way, to me they convey a sense of loneliness. I see this person who's filled with thoughts and feelings and beliefs and has no way to express them except as scattered and unheard voices in a game that wasn't meant to be played.